In this video, we are going to look at how you can go about customizing the user interface to suit your specific needs. First off, we'll look at the ribbon. As earlier stated, the ribbon is divided into tabs, panels, and commands. For example, you have the Home tab, you have the Draw panel, and you have the Circle command. You can adjust how these tabs, panels, and commands are displayed by using this control button here. If I click on it the first time, you see that the panels collapse into icons, and I just need to hover my mouse over a given panel to see the commands that are available in it. If I click on the control button again, the panels collapse further into tabs, and I can still hover my mouse over each tab to see its associated commands. Again, if I click on the control button a third time, the panels completely disappear, and I would need to click on a tab to see the full ribbon displayed. So when I click on the Home panel here, the full ribbon is displayed temporarily. If I go to the Draw panel and select Circle, immediately I start drawing the circle, you see that the ribbon disappears again. So it means at this point you need to click on a tab to access the full ribbon pertaining to that particular tab. When you click in the drawing area again, the ribbon disappears. Click on the control button to circle back to the full ribbon as it was from the beginning. This is the way we'll be working in this tutorial throughout, with the ribbon fully displayed like this. Also notice the small button beside the control button. If I click on it, you actually see options here that are responsible for the behavior of the control button. Right now, the check mark is on Circle Through All, meaning that each time we click the control button, it circles through these three options. I press on Escape to exit that. AutoCAD's user interface is highly customizable. A quick look at this will be to use workspaces to change the content of the ribbon. As mentioned in our earlier video on taking the AutoCAD tool, you can access workspaces in two different ways. One is by using the status bar, and the other is through the quick access toolbar. To use the status bar, just click this customization button down here, which opens up a pop-up menu. Select workspace switching if it is not already selected. This is it here. If you click, it will unselect. You click, it selects. On the status bar, we'll look for a little gear icon, which is the representation of the workspace switching. This gear icon down here is our workspace switching. So if we click to exit, we come here, this workspace switching. When you click it, another pop-up menu comes up, and you can see the options available. Right now we are in the drafting and annotation workspace, that is why it is checked. If we click on our 3D Basics workspace, the content of the ribbon changes to include tools specific to 3D modeling, like the Create panel. In AutoCAD, things are always arranged according to the task at hand. So when I need to do some 3D modeling, I can switch to this 3D Basics workspace. But note that switching workspaces make things a little quicker and easier to find, although it's not really necessary. This is because AutoCAD is fundamentally based on commands, so irrespective of which workspace you are in at any given moment, if you remember the command name, you can type it in. For instance, I can type offset. Let's say it's the 2D version of the offset that I need. You can see it here. This is the 2D version of the offset. This is the 3D version of offset. So I can actually click the 2D version even though I'm not in the drafting and annotation space and work with it. So let's press escape to exit. To access workspaces using the quick access toolbar, you just click on this downward facing arrow here. You go down to workspace, select it, and it opens a menu here that you can see. We are in the 3D basics workspace, that is why it is listed here. When you click in that space, you can now select the drafting and annotation. So let's select it and go back to our previous workspace. Notice here that each time you switch to the 2D drafting and annotation workspace, the design feed automatically opens. This is because it is actually saved in this workspace. I will just go ahead and click this X here to close it. In case I require the design feed later on, I can just type design feed. Autocomplete gives me available options and I can click on design feed open. You can see that it is open. So let me close it again. To ensure that changes made to any given workspace is permanent, you need to save the workspace as modified. You can do this in two ways. The first is going to the workspace menu and selecting workspace settings. So let's go to workspace menu. We select workspace settings. This brings up a dialog box where you can select this radio button to automatically save workspace changes. Then you click on OK. But be aware that immediately you click on OK, any change that you make to this workspace that is highlighted automatically is saved. So I don't really recommend this method because I like to leave AutoCAD's default settings as they are. So I'll go ahead and click cancel. The second method in making sure that your adjustments on a workspace remains permanent is to still go to the workspace menu. Let's access it from here. Now instead of selecting workspace settings, you just select save current as, that is save current workspace as. It brings up this box where you can now type in the name of your workspace. Let me just say the name of this workspace is now my space. You can now go ahead and click save, so that anytime you come to AutoCAD, you open your customized space and work from there. But I'm not going to save it, so I'll go ahead and click cancel. You can also go to the view tab, which is present in every workspace. And here you can toggle on or off various user interface elements. Like these elements here that are already on, you see your UCS icon. If I toggle that off, my icon here disappears. This is my view cube. I can toggle it off. This is the navigation bar. I can toggle it off. This leaves my drawing area free of any clutter. In the next video, we will continue with customizing the user interface by looking at keyboard shortcuts and the customizing user interface menu.